accepted. Oh no.
Welcome to Dave's Imaginations. Thank you, commenter, for telling me I'm muted. The whole world has not heard us. That's sad. That said, we are less than an hour, about an hour into it, and thank you, commenter, for saying that I'm muted. Hopefully you hear us now. Please comment so that our friend Ken can acknowledge that we have. It should be good. I see what it was obviously muted. Thank you.
I'm seeing here they're rioting in New York.
Rioting in. Oh, our viewership is tanking. Ah!
And they set Los Angeles on fire.
Hilarious.
Somebody
It's not funny for the people that live there.
You have a short sword, but you have two weapon fighting. So you have a short sword and probably either a dagger or.
Let's go a short sword and a dagger.
Why don't you roll for that damage? Roll to see if that hits too.
Okay, so which one?
You're coming in to pierce his fat ass,
Yep.
right? Short sword on one side, you've already hit. We know that hits. See if your dagger hits.
Okay.
Roll a d20. Add your modifiers. Roll your d20 with advantage. So roll it again, whatever the number that was.
That's 14.
Yeah.
14 again.
All right, 14 plus your. It hits.
Yep.
All right, and so now we do all our glorious damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think both those weapons are. It says damage of 6.
1d4 plus 3.
Okay, so a
And,
D4.
D4, yeah.
All right, so you grab a D4 and 2 of your D6s.
Yep. Got it.
All right, because your short sword is a D6. All right, and
Yes.
all right, so roll all that.
What's that? 4, 5, and
2.
4, 5, and 2.
4, 5, and 2, 9, and 2 is 11. Plus 3 twice, so plus 6.
Yep.
11 plus 6 is 17. But you still have one more D6 for your falling that I said you get. So give me another D6. We're at 17?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
17 plus...
1.
There's 1. All right. 1. However, you have him. You're standing over him.
Yep.
You pierce him on both sides. Now, you should look up. Those weapons have special abilities like nick, sap.
So the dagger.
18 points of damage.
The sword. I have a long sword. The dagger has nick.
The dagger, dagger has neck.
I think one of them gives you a bonus action.
The dagger, it gives you an extra attack. Once per turn. Instead of. You can
Use your bonus attack.
You gave him that already. You already gave him an extra attack.
Yeah. I let him do a flourish, jump off the up. So you did 18 points of damage.
Yep.
Dude, that was a good turn.
Okay.
All right. Also, you're standing over. You don't have him pinned. All right. He's not grappled, but he's gonna have problems getting up.
Yeah.
All right. That was your luck. It is Anvar's turn. The first thing Anvar has to do is see if his scepter recharges. That's a 4. He needed a 6, which is a good thing for you. And let's bring it back here. Let's see what lovely spell is he going to do? Let's see here.
Give light.
Let's try. See what Wither and Bloom is.
I'll take a bloom. I've already gotten the wither.
You're hoping.
Oh yeah, this will do. He invokes both death and life upon a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range. Each creature of your choice in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. That is Yorlock, Eldrin, and Jeff. Constitution saving throw, taking necrotic damage.
I'm happy I'm not in the room yet.
Constitution, so right?
Yes.
Nope.
It's 6 points necrotic damage. Just straight necrotic damage.
I'm guessing 11 doesn't pass.
11 does not pass.
So So 6 points damage.
6 points necrotic damage. Oh.
Baldwin fell to his knee. Got back up. And he's looking really bad.
You need to roll a Constitution. Roll a d20.
Yep.
I don't want to contaminate your dice.
20.
Natural.
Nice.
Natural 20.
You take 3 points of necrotic damage. 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And with that, still, although you didn't reduce your hit points, he still seems to have gotten some health back from
Yeah,
that.
he took mine.
That was his turn. Jeff. Ow.
Yes. Ow.
Your rage didn't really help you with that.
No, so I get to choose one of 3 abilities, and the resistance ability doesn't cover necrotic damage, so I didn't pick it. I picked the advantage ability. So I would like to move so that I'm within 5 feet. That gives you guys advantage on attacking him. However, he is prone still,
Mhm.
right? Okay, so I get advantage too.
Mm-hmm.
Kick him all the way down.
Better than that, I'm gonna pull out my lightning whip.
Get the
And I'm gonna whip
scepter!
him.
Get the scepter!
Can I attack and try to grab the scepter?
You could attack his scepter with your whip.
I will do that.
If he's successful, does he break it or does he
So,
tear it?
Here's another option. You attack and hopefully get his arm, and maybe he'll hoping to drop it.
Sure.
All right. Or you can attack the weapon itself, trying to steal it from him.
I think I'll roll. I rolled. I'll let you decide. I'm aiming for that area.
Mm-hmm.
This is also my first time using the whip.
Yeah. Yeah.
So probably not the most proficient
Right.
with it. So
Right.
I don't want
But
to.
you're right there, so
I don't want to call it a shot.
Right.
So I rolled a 15.
Roll a 15. Okay. So first of all, that would hit. All right. So why don't you give me? This is a magic weapon. Give me an
took
Arcana
advantage,
check.
right? You took your advantage, right?
Yeah, I rolled 2 10s.
No. Figured.
To see how well you can control this. And we're gonna set the difficulty class at.
Low.
This is gonna be super low. Super low.
That one?
Yeah, that one.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah. Are you happy with that number?
I'm as happy as I'm going to get.
That's probably a good idea. So roll your normal damage.
I just recently learned, maybe everybody else knew this, but the crack of a whip, the sound you hear is actually because the tip is going so fast, it's making a little sonic boom.
Yeah, it goes supersonic.
It goes
It's
faster than the
really
speed of
wild,
sound.
Yeah.
I thought it was because it was hitting itself.
Like-
yeah.
So that's 9 points of lightning damage.
9 points of lightning damage. Very nice. Ow. But
Nicely
so,
done.
but he didn't drop anything. You didn't
Yeah.
grapple it. You just hit him. Yeah. So we should figure out a mechanic. So I don't know if that whip has any other abilities or.
So it has the slow, but I did. That's not one of the ones because I had to
Right.
select the.
Right.
So.
But now you're right there. So people attacking him have advantage now because you're within 5 feet.
Basilisk. On a successful hit, the user may force a target of large size or smaller to succeed a strength saving throw or be grappled, and or be pulled 10 feet in a straight line towards you.
Would you like to do that?
What?
You're not pulling him towards you, but would you like to grapple him? Or is that even a choice? He needs to do that.
No, it would be a strength saving throw.
So he needs to make a strength saving throw, or else he'll be grappled. That's a 19 on the die. Probably saved.
Yeah, because it's 10 plus
Yeah, so
strength modifiers plus it's 12 plus proficiency, so 14.
all right. So this was he did have a +2 to his strength, so it was a 21.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Jeff's turn. You're done. Eldrin's on deck.
He took damage though.
He did take damage.
Does he have concentration?
He's not concentrating on anything at the moment.
Well, he just cast a spell, so.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
It was just a one time.
Okay.
I should check that.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no concentration on this. Yeah. All right. That was Jeff. Eldrin.
I'm going to get in there and try to hack his arm off with the scepter on it.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Well, your damage.
Finally, a good roll. So that the wrong thing. 8 plus 2. Plus 2. That's 4. Plus another 2 for the rage. That's 6. And he has sap, which is disadvantage on his next attack roll before my next turn.
How much damage did you do?
2, 4, 6.
6 total?
Yes.
All right. And you.
Unless this magic sword does something special.
Well, it lops off its hand. And the blood that should be bright blood pulsing is more like a purplish dark. And he, as his hand falls and the scepter falls on the ground and bounces down. All right. He goes, you must die.
I look at him with my pallid face, sunken in, and I just say, bring it.
Sadly, it's not his turn. That was Eldrin. Artemis, you are out in the hall. You
All
hear?
right.
They're having fun without you, man.
Yep.
5,
I know,
10,
I need to
15,
fix
20,
that.
25.
So
30 feet gets you right inside the door. He is prone behind the
Okay.
sarcophagus, so you can't really see him. You can see Yorlock and Jeff and Eldrin standing over something. Remember, they're in the middle of this room is a sarcophagus. They're on the floor, on the ground. Umbard, his hulking mass, is on the ground, prone. So you can't really see him from your advantage point. Sadly, you
okay,
can.
so that was
Yep. Normal
so
movement.
That was normal movement to get to there.
Yep.
To get to there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll bonus action to my left towards Eldrin so that I can get an angle around the sarcophagus.
So to do
Towards
that,
the door.
you would have to move through Eldrin and be in the corner right next to.
I would have been right next to him.
Okay.
So
Clarification. All right. So yes, you can do that. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So that was the bonus action portion. And then there was movement, bonus action, dash to get to there. And so now I have my action.
Yes.
So what I would like to do, and I need some help here, is I'd like to use my I get it up here. Come here. Oh wait. Just bear with me. No problem. So I'd like to use my cantrip of True Strike, and it's in time is one action, but then it talks about a duration of instantaneous, and it talks about the whole. It lets me use my weapon
Yep.
to do radiant damage and stuff.
Yes.
So that can all be done at once.
Yes.
Awesome. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to roll to hit with my rapier.
With advantage. With advantage.
Awesome. Do that. Woohoo! That's a nat 20 plus 5.
Nice.
Oh yeah, yeah, that hits.
And so
I didn't roll double
that
damage.
plus 5. Then
You got a nat 20.
Yeah, and you got 6 damage.
Yeah.
Want to make it 12?
Oh, roll double damage.
so it can be. Yeah. So I think we want that to be radiant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so let's go over here. Rapier. So my normal rapier hit would be a D8 plus 2, but it was a nat 20. So we get the 8, and then another 8. Is that right?
So you get full damage plus whatever you roll.
Okay. Bear with me. Without the second one's without the modifier, right?
No, it still has a modifier. Full damage.
Woohoo! A lucky day. So my normal damage would be D8 plus 2, so that's 10, and then the second roll was an 8 also.
Nice.
So 18 points of radiant.
Oh, but you're not done.
You got sneak attack.
You have your sneak
Okay.
attack, and the sneak attack accounts towards your attack, so you get 6 plus your sneak attack. We're at 18, so we're at now plus 6 is 24, plus another d6. Roll your d6.
On the way.
Oh, but wait. What is your sneak attack dice? Is it 1d6 or 2d6?
1d6.
All right. So we're at 24. Roll a d6.
Okay, I did, and that was a 5.
29 points of damage, you freaking assassinist thief. So you go in and you say you are a carved turkey, and you start carving him up. He is prone. You can see he's trying to heal this, and he goes, "Oh, you might think you've killed me, but I am on the As he lays there, the purplish goo flowing from the various wounds punctures that have been caused as he lays there gooping out. I don't even call it bleeding. Laying on the ground beside him, covered in that goo, is this scepter. We are out of combat.
Eldrin sits
Kicks the
down
door
in
open.
corner.
Oh,
So
crap.
technically, next in the order would have been Bay.
All right.
Really?
Well, Bay runs in triumphantly
After
and sees it's all taken care of.
Artemis is Bay.
Oh.
Then Belinda.
But Bay's kind of interested in that scepter.
You
Right.
step in and
Me
say,
and her over
"Hey,
there,
what was
take a
that
look at
scepter? Hey, what's that scepter about?" And they all look at it, and they all say, "It's kind of gross looking. It's covered in this purplish, bloody goo." And then Belinda walks in.
Yeah, so she was like all ready to. Oh, okay. She'll look in the sarcophagus. Anything in there?
You step around and look at the sarcophagus. It's a plush coffin. Red pads, nothing else in there.
Okay.
You search in there, you poke around. Yeah. Let's consult my notes here to make sure I'm not lying to you. We are in here, and
Meanwhile, I'll gesture to Yorlock. Nicholas.
Has anybody gone for the
Necklace.
necklace?
Yeah,
No.
Medallion.
No.
that's kind of. I was like, I'm too tired. I am on death's door, man. Literally. I feel like I'm first level again because that's what my hit points tell me.
How many hit points do you have? Left?
13.
13. And that's your max hit points.
That's my max. I'm at 7. My max hit points are 13.
yeah, there's nothing else in there. You have the scepter, right? And there's a medallion around his neck. Looks something like that.
Has everybody grabbed the medallion?
No one's grabbed it. No one said those words. Listening.
I will grab the medallion.
You reach down. You grab that medallion. You feel the unnatural coldness of the metal. There you go. You have the medallion.
Okay.
Scepter's laying there in a pool of bloody goo.
Oh,
Can
Bay grabs the scepter. He doesn't care about the grossness.
Okay, you step through and say, "I want that scepter." You pick it up and you feel this cold aura. You feel chilling as you grasp it. It says, "No, throw it back."
who said that?
Okay.
So the
I drop
voice
it.
in his head.
Oh.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you see Bay pick it up and with a shiver he drops it back on the ground. And
No one touched that. That's bad.
okay. Anyone?
We should just destroy that, actually.
Jeff picks up the scepter.
You
This?
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
You pick it up and you have a shiver run down your spine. Let's see, what kind of check shall I have you make?
Darwin check.
That is a great. I think we want a charisma saving throw.
It's a cursed weapon.
A 3.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that roll?
I don't think. Well. There you go. Do. Oh, that's me. Just a second. Edit. I said edit. Oh, this crap. That's what I want to do. Done. Send. Merry Christmas.
So, are we still like going around, or?
Well, not a big reason to. So go ahead, Artemis.
So Artemis, seeing how peaked Eldrin looks, would reach into his pack and pull out one of the blue healing potion vials he got not too long ago in one of the other rooms. So, Mr. DM, you'll have to tell us what the blue potion is worth as far as healing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I give that, I hand it to Eldrin and say, "Here, drink this."
And I'll grab my own potion.
You'll have to
and
tell
just
him
say,
how much
no,
he
I
gets.
got it.
So he as you try to hand it to him, he reaches in his sack. He says, no, he holds up a hand. No, I've got one for myself.
I'm concerned. Christian.
Save your resources.
I'm concerned that my life max hit points will be hit before the value of the healing potion meets its. I'm saying this all backwards.
You have taken like some damage though, right?
I'm gonna have
Independent of
hit
your max
points,
hit
but my max hit points are 13 now instead of 28.
Right, and what are your current hit points?
7.
7. Okay. Yeah. Save your thing. I'll do some healing lights on you.
Healing lights. Okay.
Yes. Here. So roll 2d6. You can heal that amount.
2d6.
You have a DC class, typical DC class, right? For other stuff.
That's 8. Thank you. I'm at
You're
full hit
welcome.
point. Full max hit points
Usually
of
it should
13.
be 12, 13, or 14, something like that. For when you do stuff.
Yeah, I mean it would be a like proficiency bonus of 2. So
Yeah, I think that means your DC class would be 12, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to set the DC, right? So the saves that people would need to make would be 12.
okay.
All right.
So that medallion, who grabbed it?
Jeff,
Okay.
Jeff, and he has a slightly different twinkle in his eye.
Okay, but before
She
you,
is
before you,
Told you not to touch
staring
it.
intently at this.
okay, can anybody read that?
If you want to sit down and flip through the Book of Runes and study it for an hour, I'll give you if you want to sit here for an hour.
I will. I got
Let's
I
go
mean,
sit
I
in the
could- I
next.
could use
Oh
a
no,
short
there's a
rest.
zombie. Let's go. Let's go sit in the hall.
We searched the rest of it, right?
Yeah, there's nothing else in here.
Yeah, but I don't want to sit here. With
Did
this.
we finish looking through that chest that was in that closet?
Yeah. There was. We'll go back through it, and I'll tell you what's in it. That was here. Yeah, there was a vial of ink, a sponge stained with black ink, a ring
It's in my inventory already.
ring of
Ring,
necromancy.
ink, sponge, parchment.
Yeah,
And a ring? Someone took that.
and it has that same emblem on it.
The ring does.
Yeah.
And Bay has it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in my backpack.
Okay.
It's in my equipment. I'll pull out the ring and look at it now that we're no longer busy.
Yeah, you compare it to the medallion, and it has a lot of the same markings.
Okay. Any screaming from the voice in my head?
Well, no. We'll just say
Which-
no.
Which one? The one that wants you to drink?
Or the one that doesn't want him to do
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
if you take a short rest and do hit dice, does that help your max hit points, or is
No.
that's stuck till you get a long rest?
Until whatever he did is
Wears
gone.
off.
Or
Don't point at me. Point at him.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Created solely by Dave.
So you said it sounds like if we want to sit around and study the thing and whatever, get it right. We can do hit dice, but we're still capped at our max,
Yeah.
our new max for now.
Remember, we have a time limit.
We do.
You have an agreement with the wolves.
With agreement with wolves, we've already just burnt an hour.
And what was our agreement with the wolves?
You've already had one long rest. One
Well,
short
one
rest.
Short rest. We have to
Short
be out
rest.
by sunrise.
Sunrise. And it was like 10 p.m. when we started.
Oy,
So
okay.
It's by what, midnight?
Yeah, we'll call it midnight. That feels right.
So what, 6
And
hours?
we're in the middle of winter, right? So sunrise is like 12 p.m.
And it's probably been 15 minutes since you flipped the hourglass.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
I don't like how he keeps referencing.
We need to keep
I think
moving.
the hourglass is a red herring.
We need to keep moving.
So, Jeff, what do you
Either
do?
that or the gargoyle's going to come to life and eat us all.
So Jeff will say we need to keep moving, and he will walk out of the room
Yep.
and then take a right.
So
You start walking down the hallway.
that hall is actually out there.
Somewhat indignant of you guys, he starts walking off. Bay, what do you do?
I guess start following.
Well,
Okay, from an entirely subjective determination, who would Bay think is the most dangerous one amongst us besides Jeff?
You know, that's a little bit unfair question. You are all powerful in your own way.
Not right now.
But Chi Ling in your head says, you didn't want to mess with that scepter. Now he's carrying it. But, you know, if you each
Right.
did your max
That's what I'm
damage on
worried
your best
about.
attack, you should be pretty even.
I don't.
Okay.
I'll put this out. I don't have a lot of the modifiers that you guys have. like sneak attack and the ability to like stack and double and triple
Right, you
damage.
can
But
just
when you rage,
take all the damage we send at you.
Well,
Okay.
He gets +2.
So I guess
You're +2,
Your damage.
but that's not like a. It's a
Belinda,
Alright.
do you follow?
Eldrin has the other magical weapon amongst us that I know about. So I'll try to sneak up to Eldrin as we start walking. You know, slyly on the down low, acting casual.
Eldrin, so you let people start to pass you. We're just gonna line you up at the door, right? Eldrin's not feeling so good.
I'm taking up the rear. I'm gonna be the last one out the room.
Yeah. So Bay was waiting for you. Yorlak, where would you like to end up?
There.
Here.
After you, after you, after you.
Hey, Christian, where would you like to end up? Front, middle, end.
Middle's good.
All right.
And a clarification for the scribe. Does Jeff have the medallion, the scepter, or both?
Both.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
Picked up
gosh.
both.
How did that happen?
Nobody wanted them.
Who didn't want the medallion? I thought
Nobody jumped. No, I said, who wants medallion? He said, I'll take it.
Oh,
I waited. Nobody wanted it. I'll take it.
how about the crown?
Well, I was kind of preoccupied with my.
Sure, there's a crown. Fair enough. Would you like to take the crown?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You take that crown off his head, and it's
It's
almost, it's like spiked in his head. You rip it out of his flesh. But we're going to say that's made out of, it looks like some gold. There's got some value in that. So we're going to set its value at 300 gold pieces.
And no voices in my head when I'm holding it?
You're just holding it.
Okay.
But the thing is, it
I'm
had
not
like,
gonna
it
wear
had
it.
prongs into its head. And so
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah.
there wasn't really a separation. You actually had to tear it out of
The skull.
his skull flesh. Yeah.
Ooh.
So when I saw him do that, I got the idea. So I'm gonna walk over there on my way out
Walk over.
to Umvar.
Yeah.
On my way out, I'm gonna step over his body.
Yep.
Rip off some of his clothing.
Yeah.
Wrap the hand in it
Yeah.
and put it in my backpack.
What?
The guy almost killed me.
I hear you.
So you're taking a flesh trophy?
You know, maybe it'll be valuable.
Maybe it'll
Some-
grow back into the rest of it.
Maybe we gotta prove Umvar's dead. Here's his hand. That's not my reasoning. My
No.
reasoning is it's my personal trophy.
Did you want the head too?
And that's a zombie. Yeah. Their diamond doesn't.
I mean, a head is the traditional way of proving.
You already
Death,
took the crown,
so-
though.
Yeah, you have his crown. Flesh on the crown, little DNA check. It's all good. You got it.
Standard dungeon loot.
Alright. Well, as Eldrin is doing that, has most everyone left the room yet?
Oh yeah, I have everyone out of the room now.
Alright.
And we're all kind of lining up down
see.
this hall.
Okay. So your sword, is it just creatures, or could it tell you if a friend is about to stab you in the back?
I have this maniacal intensity in my eyes when I look up to you. I don't feel any different when I strike someone with it.
What?
So
What?
far, the sword has given him warning of any
It seems
Life-
just to alert me or
life-
something.
it's a life alert, right? If it thinks its bearer is in peril,
Will Robinson. Danger. Danger. Will.
significant peril.
Okay. Jeff, that sword or scepter he picked up, when I touched it, the Cheeling that follows me around was very adamant that it's not good. And I don't know if you noticed, but his eyes, they're even more shifty than usual now.
Who's he talking to?
He's talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will say I'm in no condition to force anybody to do anything now. But
I mean, this could be something that, it doesn't matter, or, 20 years from now, all of a sudden he's on a rampage.
let's observe and see how he can manage the curse or whatever it is that Cheeling feels is dangerous. But he probably should give up the medallion or the scepter, but not have both.
Yeah. Ooh, I have an idea. Jeff, can I see the medallion? I need to compare it to the ring.
No.
So at this point, you're shouting over 4 or 5 people to say, "Hey, I want to see that medallion." And he says, "I mean,
He says matter of factly,
No. we have other things we have to do. There is no time to waste.
as you motion the door."
To the door. Or are we?
So you tell me what, Jeff. You've walked to the door. You've stopped. You look back. You see them lined up, and you hear. You see behind you Bay waving at you. "Hey, I want to see that ring." Ring?
The medallion.
The medallion. You say,
No.
"No." And you move. What do you do?
open the door.
Open the door.
You open the door. Of course you do.
There's 4 gargoyles.
Oh, there's not gargoyles. Come on. What do you think this is? Dungeons and Dragons or something? We'll put this here. We'll put this here. Door.
Save yourself some asset.
Put a door here. But you do see, I'll read the official description here in a second. There is some importance to it.
Ooh, doggies.
I'm sure they're friendly.
A large marble table is at the center of this room. The floor is covered with dark black marble tiles. The ceiling is is tall and dark gray. Illumination is provided by an orb set high in the ceiling that casts a soft bluish white color on everything in the room. Each corner of the room has a statue of a hellhound standing at attention, eyes narrowed and focused. The statues are carved from dark black stone. There are doors on the south, west, and east walls. This would be north, so I don't know. This would be north. So the doors are on. The doors are correct. So whether south, east, and west walls. That feels right. Next to each door is a marble pedestal. Each pedal has an affixed marble bowl. Each bowl is about half full of a clear, oily liquid. Jeff, that's what you see as you look through the door.
There's pedestal with a bowl in the front of it.
Yep, that would be right here.
And then on the pedestal is the hellhound.
No, pedestal right here with a bowl of oil.
Oh, okay. So
Like you go into Catholic church, right?
yeah,
There's
I thought they were combined.
No,
so 4 pedestals with hellhounds on them,
yes,
and then a separate one
right here.
that looks like a.
There's one here. There's
yeah.
one here. And there's one here.
To each door.
Oh, so there's 3 pedestals with.
Bowl of oil.
Jeff, you instinctively dip your hand in there and you do a little thing and you feel like you step in. Step in?
Sure.
Yeah. And you take a step,
The oil.
a couple steps in, you look left and right.
He is one of the Christians, right?
Yeah. You know, and they get a little chafed now and then, so you know.
I mean,
A little nipple waxing.
with the oil, I mean, with
Another
the oil, they
episode.
gotta-
Demonetized.
What else is it here for? You know.
It's clearly the nipple oiling station.
The baby is not gonna eat well this week. We just got demonetized. Who's this? Yorlok.
That's
You
right.
just saw him go in. What do you do?
I'm going in.
Yeah, you go in.
I gotta give me some of the oil action also.
Yeah, you take that oil and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right. Artemis. First of all, Yorlok, where would you like to end up in the room?
I want to end up in that far corner there. I wanna-
Here?
Yes.
All right. Artemis, where would you like? I don't know if you can see this yet.
Yep. Yeah, I can see it.
Where would you like to end up? So you go through the door. You look to the. You see.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Okay. The red on the arrow is north, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to go to the east door.
East door. That's this one. Okay. We'll stop there for you. What is that, Belinda?
Mhm.
Where would you like to end up?
She would come in and she sees the oil, and since she's a cook, she.
It's oil. You, with your experience, no. I mean, you could roll and don't get a 1, but you know this is oil.
But like, is it like flammable oil or cooking oil? I think that's what.
With his 8,
Yeah.
but with your background, I'll give you some proficiency. You add your proficiency, so it's a 10. You know this is oil. Is it cooking oil? Is it? This doesn't have to taste like lantern oil, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So this isn't like something that would go in a lantern.
Okay.
This is clearly a more refined, albeit perhaps aged. There might have been a layer of dust. Well, there would have been now that you were.
Film on it, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
one last thing for you. Where would you like to end up in the room?
Very specific about where we end up in the room. Is there anything on the table?
No. Matter of fact, there's probably chairs that are there's probably 6 chairs around there that's turned over. That you're walking around.
Put me at the south end of the table.
South end of the table, right there. Artemis, going back to you. Point of clarification: Did you do the oil? You tasted it. Did you do anything else with the oil?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I'll say I saw what the first folks did. So
Yeah, you definitely. Jeff did it. Yorlak copied Jeff. After
I copied them.
you copied them, Belinda came in. He did not copy you. He
No,
just kind of tasted it and said, "Oh, very, very fine, clear, well filtered oil." But he did not do it. Bay, you're following them, and you're still you come through the door. You see the scene, and you're still have in your mind. Would still like to see that medallion. What do you do? You're following.
I mean, I just walk in. I don't think he'd think of the oil at all.
Yeah, where do you go?
Let's go to the far door, or at least what looks like a door.
The one to the west, perhaps.
North, south. No, the one to the east.
The one that doesn't have someone with it, because we have Artemis at the east door. Would you like to go with him?
Wait, isn't it red north?
Red is north, so east would be to the right.
Yes.
He did move you to the
Which
east.
is where I wanted to go, but we're flipping icons again.
I don't think so.
No, you're on the east side,
Yeah.
Christian.
Christian and yeah, you both.
Maybe the screen is flipped. I don't know.
Yeah, Christian, you're next to the east
Oh,
door.
that could be it. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
That's weird.
Christian, do you want to be next to the west door?
Okay, west door is what I meant then.
Yeah.
Why is the camera flipped?
Me
That's
too.
goofy.
Okay.
Selfie cameras do that too. Like when you found
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I might be able to fix it, but not on the fly.
Fix
Okay.
it in post.
Fix it.
No, I can fix it for next
Thank
week.
you.
Not fixing it in post.
Right.
All
So
right,
guys-
but we have Eldrin in his pathetic state. Just to say exhausted would be correct, but not in the D&D terms. Exhausted. He is just depleted, right?
I
And
just feel lesser than myself. My confidence is shaken that I could take a hit.
okay. Now that we're all in the room, let's all roll initiative.
All set off the trap now that we're all in the same place.
Now I rolled good.
Well, it's a better roll than last time.
Mine was not.
He waste inspiration.
And is my sword going up?
Initiative roll, you know.
That wouldn't.
I'm gonna.
Sure, when you get to
Save
it.
it for something
Yeah.
important.
Apparently, I didn't have you guys get in this. Oh, I remember. I remember it now.
The good thing is it's been less than 10 minutes. My rage is still active.
So is it some kind of trap or is it the hellhounds coming along? What's your bet?
Does the oil protect us or does it hurt us? See, it was very specific about what each of us did with the oil.
Thinking it protects you.
Or marks you. For
I mean, what else could it possibly do, right?
Season you.
Season.
With the dog.
Yes.
Seasoned you, yes. It's very filtered.
Unless it's like some sort of holy, like you're not allowed to touch it. If you touch it, then
Yeah.
Well, then because Bay's the only one who didn't touch it.
How many different versions of
I
this
haven't
damn
touched
thing
it.
are there? Which one's going to come up first? Not that. Wow.
Yeah, you're right. It's set up like a selfie camera when you do a Teams meeting. You're like, so that you get the
yes, that yeah, yeah,
mirror
you-
effect
yeah.
instead of backwards.
It's being slow. Just be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Not my strong suit.
You got all the time in the world, man.
No, I've got an hour and 15 minutes. Dang. Sorry, guys.
Would love that.
No, I didn't. You, can other guys see my 100-year swag?
Oh, nice.
Wow. Is that because you're in marketing?
No, it's because I saw an email about a month ago that said, hey, you can go order this stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you retired right before you. Well, it's not worth sticking around for, but yeah, you know.
Just
Actually, you still are.
Yeah.
Well, no, so when they did the 75th anniversary one, April was working there, and they did the family day thing.
They're doing.
So we got to do.
Supposed to be doing some of that. this
Yeah,
year,
so we got to go as her guest, and so I said, now we get to return the favor.
Oh yeah,
bring
yeah.
her, bring these guys as a
That's
guest.
funny. If you still have your email login, you could probably log in and
I do.
use that account, and they'll mail you the free gift.
Oh, that's true. They did one freebie for everybody.
Yeah.
You can do it. Was it hats, pins, or what was the other
I
one?
don't care.
A zip up.
Posters.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm so bad
What
at
did people go with?
company pride and loyalty. I should be better. I mean, it gave me 30 years of employment and aggravation, but of employment. Let's see here. Yorlock, what's your initiative?
13 plus 3 is 16.
16. Jeff.
4.
Eldrin.
Unnatural 20.
Was you better or worse than mine?
Artemis.
Unnatural 20.
With a +1, which are
+2.
Bay.
okay.
10.
Belinda.
You're 20.
So I got a 4, but he's a +2 and I'm a +1, so put me down at 3, I guess.
All right. Eldrin and Artemis, who wants to go first?
Artemis can go.
3.
Oh, I don't.
But I
I'll go first,
+1, so like,
Being that he's on the ropes.
All right. Let me describe what happens, though, here. Always wants to make the first row a header row. All right. So, the people that didn't have the oil, that didn't do followed what he had. Even you, because you didn't follow what he did. All right. The statue turns its head and growls. So, to be specific, I know it was Belinda. Did not. Who else did not? You have not.
And Bay.
You're not really in the room yet. Bay, you did not, right? You didn't see him. You weren't paying attention to that.
Yeah, no.
So, we're going to say that these two wolves have come alive. You see their turn, and they look like now you are not in peril. You're not in the room yet.
Okay.
Right?
So nothing's happened with my sword.
You step in there, it could change, right? So, Artemis, you see this happening. You see these dogs have awoke. Those two, all right, these two have not yet.
Awoke like they're living statues?
Where they were stone before, you see little pebbles of stone fall as they turn their head and lean toward you and growl. Yeah. So Artemis, that's what you see.
Yeah, that's scary. Well,
Eldrin's on deck.
so Artemis will. There's a whole lot he can do. So it looks dire. So Artemis will cast Blade Ward on himself
Okay.
as a preventative measure, and I will back up towards our corner, directly backwards along the wall.
Well, I heard you say far corner.
Star corner, so straight back along the wall that I'm on.
Yeah.
Nope, straight backwards.
Okay. Right next to the wolf that. So the wolf and these two corners on the side that you are have both awoken.
Oh, okay, missed that part. I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. Blade Ward, you're staying where you're at.
Yep.
Eldrin.
I'm gonna longbow the one in this corner here.
Yep.
And that's a terrible miss. Not a one. But terrible miss.
Yeah. Your arrow just hits the wall and shatters.
That's it. I'm not going there.
You do go in?
I'm not going to go in there.
All right. Yorlock.
I'm wondering if I don't want to go take a short bow to one of the dogs. Or their
Short sword.
short sword.
I mean, so rule clarification.
Yep.
Okay. For ranged attacks, you're at disadvantage if you're shooting something in base contact. So you could shoot this one, but you wouldn't want to shoot this one.
Okay.
But this one just woke up, right? Moved its head. It's not looking at you, but it doesn't look friendly either.
So let me take a short sword to that one that's waking up.
Yeah.
That I'm near.
Yeah. No sneak attack because you don't have anyone next to you. So go ahead and roll 2 attacks. That's your first one.
19.
19 will hit.
Plus.
3.
And 3 is going to miss.
Yeah.
So 19 is your D6. This is going to be your D6 plus 3. Roll D6 plus 3.
Oh, D6. 5.
5. You swing at it with your short sword. You connect right on its big haunch of the shoulder, but it doesn't do as much damage as you think.
Don't forget to add your each weapon has its own bonus, like plus something.
Plus 3 usually.
Yeah.
So whatever you rolled on the dice was
So 5 plus
3 is
whatever.
8.
Yep.
that made a difference, right? Because now you did 4 points of damage instead of 3.
Okay.
Right? Oops. Right. That was your. You still have movement if you want it. However, you'll want to disengage. You can do a bonus action disengage and move away if you want to.
What if I just stay there?
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. The Hellhounds. They step up and attack.
Same when you roll your d20, there's a plus a DC, a hit DC. You add to
They
it.
each make 2 attacks.
It's different for each weapon. It's your strength or dexterity.
Alright.
It'll probably be your dexterity.
So, Belinda,
And it's
we have
dexterity
a
plus strength for you.
18 and a 16. With a bite and a scratch.
Okay, those both hit, but I do have a reaction
All right.
that works on bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay. That would work.
So I could do that on one of them. I'm
Okay.
assuming, right? Okay. So I deflect it. So what you said, bite and
The first it comes at a bite. It seems like it's going to hit you.
okay.
And what do?
I reduced it by 7 points damage.
You slap
Deflect
its
it.
snout away and it keeps over you with a claw. But that one does 5 points of damage.
Okay.
All right.
Did I?
You just moved.
I got rid of the bite attack. So it
the
didn't
bite
have
attack
any-
didn't do any
okay.
damage.
No. Okay. There's something else I can do if I want to spend a focus point, but I don't.
When you said they come to life, are they moving statues now, or are they hellhounds? Just curious.
They're made out of stone.
Okay.
Made out of stone. The other one attacks Bay. So 2 hits unless you want to do something about it. First a bite and a claw.
Oh. I don't think there's anything I can do about it.
I don't know. Sometimes you throw up a stupid shield. I don't know if that's this character or not.
That is sadly not this character.
Yeah, two hits. 5 points piercing with a bite. 5 points slashing with a claw.
Right.
And
Ouch.
with that, the other 2 awake. But that was their turn. Bay. That didn't feel good.
No, it didn't. Okay. Can I open the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's open the door.
I'm surprised.
And assuming it doesn't look scary,
This should have fit. Oh, that's a lot to assume. Is that right? I don't remember that other door.
Maybe flip around.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's not the right one. That's not the right. 1, 2 is 12, not 21. This is 20.
That's a better size.
Did I draw it wrong? This is it. This is it. Forget the numbers on it. That's it. Right there. You peek your head in. And what do you see? So you looked into the room. Dominating the north wall is a tall statue of a 3-headed woman with a gorgeous body representing Hecate in her full triune glory. Her hands are outstretched. Above each palm hovers a large bluish-white orb of energy. 2 rows of pews are arranged before the statue, inviting contemplation and reverence. Near the statue are tall bookshelves lining the east and west walls, filled with ancient tomes. The floor is covered with dark black marble tiles gleaming under the room's soft illumination. The ceiling is tall and gray, adding to the chamber's grandeur. An orb set high in the ceiling casts additional soft bluish white light, bathing everything in ethereal glow. On the south end of the west wall, is a heavily reinforced door. I have doors that kind of resemble that. Sure, this. But it's more than this. On the south end of the west wall is a heavily reinforced magic. It bears an upside down star. At the tip of each point of the star are 6-inch circular indentations, inlaid with symbols.
So I was thinking.
Okay, so it only seems marginally scary, which is better than in here. So first thing first, action. Gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at one of the dogs that's on me.
I want you
Or it's
each,
just one dog on me.
before we go any further, I want you each to give a history check. Give me that.
9.
15.
History.
Top second page. Seems relevant.
Eldrin. Who else? What'd you get?
11.
What'd you get?
5.
21.
Yeah, you know. Bay, what'd you get?
9.
Artemis, what'd you get?
14.
All right. So Eldrin and Artemis, especially confronted with the new confrontation, you remember something from Leroy Jenkins' journal that says Hekate's hounds are only sated by Moon's oily drops.
Right.
Would it be okay to say that Jeff says, I would recommend anointing yourself?
That seems completely fair.
Okay. Fine.
So I gave you the description of the
In that
room, right? It's still your turn.
Alright, I'll disengage in that case.
Yeah.
Is
Oh.
the oil still there?
By the way, there's a bowl of oil next to each of the doors.
Right next
Oh,
to you.
fantastic. I'm gonna grab that and toss it on my face.
You just start lathering your body with it. Okay, good idea.
Yep.
And as you do that, you see the dog kind of stand down a little bit. As it looks past you and it looks over to Belinda.
Melinda! Can I throw oil on her?
She's kind of in the midst. She's like in the midst of thrashing with this dog.
I don't know if it's your turn yet.
No, but she's a little preoccupied.
It's
Can't see why you
Bay's,
couldn't throw it.
Bay's turn. Oh, sure. You splash yourself. You throw some at it, but it's oil. It doesn't go anywhere. It kind of just splurts out. The bowl is
the hell.
well, it doesn't even make it to you.
Okay.
Right? You could roll, but it's oil. You can't throw oil. You try to pick up the bowl. It's affixed to the pedestal, right? And you throw it at her. I kind of feel like this is your turn, though.
Yep. I like the idea of the fake water fight.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that you didn't bonus action disengage yet. You can now, if you want to. Still, is you figured out this thing about the oil?
Oh, I can't bonus action.
So I'm not saying bonus action. I'm saying you didn't disengage because before
yes.
you did, you figured this out. If you wanted to move over to Belinda, you could do that.
Oh, okay, sure. If I can scoop some in my hands.
Yep. There you go.
And walk over to her.
And you just bitch slap her. Get with the picture.
I'll just dump it on her head.
Well, you have a handful. Your well oily hand. Describe to me how you do this, because I know what I would do if I were you. But
I go up, and then it's you just let go, let it pour on the head, and then just under the face.
now you, Belinda, haven't necessarily come to the realization.
No, I've been in some fight with the dog, and I was smearing oil. What the hell? And I'd push him off.
There you go. You're safe now.
What?
Maybe.
And she slips in some of it's on the floor. What the
All right,
fuck are you
that was Bay's turn. Jeff, what do you do?
You can see that door through the.
I mean, there's this, right? Is I wish this was better. There you go.
You said there were 5
As Bay moves away from the door, you can see through the open door. You see this other door, and on this door it has the upside down star with circles, indentations at each of the tips of
and 5 pointed.
5 pointed.
Yes, that aligns. There's a door behind me as well.
There's a door here as well.
I will open that door.
You will open this door. Step here, open this door. All right.
I do not know that we are ready for the other door.
Oh, first of all, it's a small hallway with another door.
May I read the passage that I believe is relevant
Yeah.
for the other door? 5 medallions of conjuration will be needed before the revelations of the demon's lair.
Oh, we're 2/5
So you were
40% there.
That's right. Like, he's throwing away fighting the dog, and you're just sitting there like saying random quotes out of the blue. Like, what?
Basically, yeah.
He's possessed.
He's a bit unnaturally, uncharacteristically calm.
Yes.
And now remembering things from this book we read an hour ago.
Another door. You still have movement.
Let's step in, open it, yeah.
Open it. Do this. And I need a desk. That's not a desk. That's a desk. Is that the desk? I don't have a better desk than this. I thought I did. Oh, yeah, sure.
As long as it's not a sarcophagus.
Which one do I want? I think I like this one better. Tiny, tiny office room. A chair tucked under the desk. But I should read the official description. It's a simple small room is just big enough for the large wizard's desk on the east wall.
Can I
3
use...
medallions. Sit on top.
First question, do you step in?
Yeah.
Door slams behind you.
Look at my ideas.
This one does look like it's big enough for the door to close.
Yeah.
But it opens out.
Can I use my strength to do a perception check? Just because it's fun.
Yeah, sure. What do you lift? You lift the entire desk up?
Upside down and I shake it
Yeah, okay.
to see what falls out.
Let's go ahead and try that.
So I'm just roll a strength check. And
Oh.
that was pretty terrible.
Yeah?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, maybe it's a fix of, I mean, you're a pretty buff dude. And this either weighs a ton or it's a fix to the floor somehow.
Do I find anything?
Roll me a luck check.
It's a straight D20.
Straight D20 modified by your luck.
I have a 10, so
Yeah, straight D20.
18.
18. as you lift it up, a door. As you try to lift it up, a door slides open, and you see a vial of ink, a sponge stained with black ink, and a ring with an emblem on it.
I will grab
Sounds familiar.
I will grab the ring.
All right, you grab the ring.
What emblem is on it?
Oh, one that you don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Good turn. Good. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That was Jeff. Belinda decides she wants to sit down and open up her rations pack and pulls out some chips and starts munching on them.
Okay, so I was gearing up to hit the dog, but has it
It's
changed its...
all of them have backed down and have returned to their spots.
Now,
Oh, you're not in the room yet.
something I just remembered that might be useful for other people. You said there were bookshelves around the wall. Was that this room or the other room?
That was definitely this room.
The other room.
I
Okay.
don't think I said that for this room.
Okay.
Okay, so she was like ready to... And like, what? Look at babe, what did you do?
And after you do it, the dog gives you a nice big long
Licks.
lick and goes back to its corner and turns seemingly back to stone.
Okay, so I guess I figured out, it's like, it was the oil? What? Okay.
Yeah, it was simple, really. You know,
Okay.
you gotta put together the clues.
Yeah.
And
Elementary.
listen to Jeff's screaming.
All right. So, is there anything on the table?
Table
We got a
seems
towel.
table is covered with dust after what seems to be decades of unuse.
Okay.
At one point, maybe it's just slightly ajar, right? And the chairs are turned over as maybe there was a battle in here at one point. You see maybe scorch marks on the wall.
What is she'll go at least stick her head in the hallway. Jeff, what are you doing?
There's a desk in here. I was just seeing if there's anything interesting.
And it's really, I mean, it's too small. It's almost too small to
I mean, you can go in there.
just step. I'll at least step into the hallway behind them.
It'd be cozy.
There's room for 2 people in there.
Okay, I'll step in there.
And this has been a very generous movement for you.
40 feet.
Okay, yeah. Very
So
close.
he found some stuff.
No, you see him, and there's one small drawer that's been slid open, and he's holding in his hand some sort of small ring. And you look in there, and you can see there's a sponge and some parchment, and some vial of ink.
Anything else? Any other drawers to?
Would you like to try them?
Yes.
So you're doing an investigation check
Mm-hmm.
on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
With a whopping 4.
Whopping 4. Yeah.
Did worse than me.
It's my favorite number tonight.
You find I'm gonna say they're locked. There's a number of drawers on this thing.
Seemingly locked.
Yes. Yeah. Well, with a 4, right? Yeah. You yank them. Are they stuck? Are they locked? Yeah, they feel locked, right? And so you don't really find anything else with just your investigation.
Okay. What you got?
Found a ring.
It's got some. It has some symbols on it that
Symbols
neither
on
of you really understand.
Yeah, I really don't know anything other than that.
Okay.
All right, that was Belinda's turn. We're back to Artemis. Artemis, Bay opened that door, but then walked back as he, with a revelation of the oil, revealing this other room. You haven't really looked in there yet.
across the threshold?
You step into the room.
Yeah, just like the first square, not real far.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And with that, a voice in your head, I'll say it's audible. A female voice says, "Welcome, my child. Come, kneel before your goddess and pay homage."
He has the holy symbol, doesn't he?
I think we said
Or does
Yorlok has
does
it.
Yorlok have it?
Yorlok has it. That's what you hear. I'd say Bay and maybe Yorlok, you hear that too. You hear something in the other room, and you, as you look, you see.
Oh, it's an audible voice.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's audible.
Okay.
As you,
Yeah,
as you.
and I will step back out of that room.
Okay.
Pay homage. I didn't bring my wallet. Hang on.
Did you turn your back?
No, I'll watch the door, but
You don't close
I'm
it.
not in the room. There you go.
Do you close? Do you close
No,
it?
I'll leave it open.
You leave it open. All right. Anything else you'd like to do? We're out of
No.
initiative, but I'm just going for that as a turn order, right? Eldrin's next. Eldrin,
I'll walk in the room, put some oil on
Yeah.
myself.
you saw him dump the oil over him. Yeah. He's.
Nice
Don't
dog.
see anything.
Nice, good doggy.
I thought I'd keep an eye on Jeff so I'll go over to that door and just kind of see what's going on in there.
Yeah, you see Belinda and Jeff in there looking over some desk that's beyond them, on a tiny, tiny room.
That's my turn.
That's your turn?
Yes.
Yorlok.
I'm wondering. I'm back to wondering what's in this room
Yeah, you are.
that Artemis backed out of.
So you step in,
Yes.
and you hear this very seductive, almost female voice saying, "Come, pay homage to your goddess."
And so I see the door over there,
Oh yeah.
and so I gotta go look at the door.
You cross to the door, and as you cross, you almost feel a vibration in the room as you look back over the goddess, and these orbs start pulsing with energy.
And those are more or less between.
They're
me-
right here.
Okay,
There's a
they're
statue
over
there
Yeah, I have a picture. Go figure, huh?
A statue
of the goddess.
of the goddess.
And her orbs are glowing.
Hecate.
I think we're done with that.
Yes, all 5 of them. And vibrating.
Oh yeah. It's probably been another 5 minutes or so, right? So we're 20 minutes into that. I have the picture. I gotta start from here. That's not the right one. Get to open my emails
Yeah,
for.
we don't want to still be here. One moment, please.
Well, I'm not going to go back and check on it right now.
Might have to go back that way.
Now it's supposed to have 3 heads. This is what I got. I couldn't get the AI to give me 3 heads, so she has 3 heads. One facing that way, one facing this way. Orbs in her hand are floating above her hand and pulse with energy.
Just 2 orbs?
Just 2 orbs.
Oh, that'd be
There's
fine.
also one in this room.
No,
Main room, isn't there?
no, careful. 5 indentations on the wall, on the
wall.
on the
Yeah,
door.
yes. Okay.
But the dog room has one up in the ceiling.
They both actually have like a moon glow aura over both of them. So that's what you see. You walk over to the door, you feel this pulsing. It's unsettling, right? You look at the door, you see the upside down star, 5 indentations. So you see.
So I'm curious about the orbs and the statues. So I'm gonna go over.
So you go toward the statue?
Yes.
Yeah, and as you do, they start to pulse. There's this vroom, vroom, almost like a heartbeat.
Is it faster?
No, actually, if anything, it got slower as he went toward it.
So now I'm looking at the statue and I'm puzzled. I'm curious and puzzled and a little bit anxious of what's going on here.
Yeah.
But the fact that the orb's kind of slowed down,
You
got
might,
a little bit of a deeper sound to it.
you in possession of Hakate's holy symbol might remember this. This was the fundamental prayer on the idol.
So this is what the
That's what she's telling you to pray to her.
Come pay homage to your goddess.
yeah. So I'm gonna walk over to her and voice the prayer out to her.
Ah, come on. Read it out loud.
Hail, Hecate, keeper of the gate, mistress of the crossroads, guide my fate. By the triple moon and shadows deep, your secrets and power I vow to keep. Flame and darkness you will serve, your will I serve. From the path of magic I shall not swerve. Grant me your favor, O Queen of the Night. I walk in your wisdom, your endless might.
Nice. All right. Now, give me a religion check. Roll a d20. Just start by rolling a d20.
8.
8?
Yes.
All right. It seems to, the pulsing seems to be very, oh, for you, it almost seems soothing. It's like going to bed with some white noise.
Yeah.
Feels like white noise, soothing white noise. But it's definitely, there's energy is there. And you recognize this as like potential energy.
Yeah.
All right? That's your turn.
Can
Bay would be next.
Do other people notice a difference in the, does that the prayer change?
Matter of fact, you just hear him talking. You don't even really know what he did. You don't even really know.
Right, me and less so. Yeah.
You don't know much about that idol. All right, Bay, what do you do?
Oh, let's walk in.
Now we have a clear.
So I got a quick look when the door opened.
Yeah, so you step into this room and you see, you're all like, forgive me a little exaggeration, kneeling before this statue, and kind of nervously watching to see what happens. But he seems to be safe at the moment. And as you walk in, it says, "Come, pay homage to your goddess, child."
clues? They're right in that.
You think so? I was just
There's a
thinking
couple
that.
of them are. So shadows deep, shadowed deep. That fits. Embers, fire and flame. Right. So maybe there's something there.
What do you do, Bay?
Oh, I guess let's go
Endless
say the
light
prayer.
and
What's the worst that can happen?
light.
Well, you don't really know, right? Because all you see is him doing a kneeling there, and you kind of
Your will I
you
serve.
go up to him and you kneel, and you see you took out your holy symbol,
Yep.
and you were probably reading it right off the idol. You see him come to you and standing over you, and how do you react?
So I look up and almost a little bit of a blank gaze, but a smile.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually murmur the prayer again.
Do you give him the idol?
I don't know if I do or not.
Alright, well, that smile's weirded me out, so I changed my mind.
You hear him reciting some Hail Hecate, Keeper of the Gate prayer,
Yeah.
and smiling.
I'll just, I'll just be respectful and like bow my head and then back away.
Back away, back to the door, inside or outside the room?
I'll stay inside the room,
Oh yeah.
but like back to the. You said there's bookshelves in here, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go back to the bookshelves.
Oh sure. You go back to the bookshelves and you start look. You turn your back and you sense more than the pulsing energy starts to grow. Vroom, vroom, vroom. And Yorlok's prayer seems to, he starts reciting it faster and faster. But you feel the census as you look at the various titles on the bookshelf of different tomes regarding the worship of Hecate. Roll me, I don't know, let me get to the right spot, but roll me a let's say D12. Let's start with a D12. Sure, D12.
D12.
But defeat him.
A 1.
A 1, nice, I like it. Good thing this was just to figure out what in the number of books I was going to have you actually catch the title of, and not something else.
What if it was something else? I could then increase my luck score.
Let's give you before you're distracted by this thumping energy behind you. You read Vinculum Infernum. That's on the spine of the first book you read. But, so, do you continue to press your interest into the books, or do you feign interest back to the pulsing energy behind?
I'll feign interest back to Hecate.
Yeah, I think that's probably a wise idea. As you look and you see the pulsing energy is starting to intensify. Now you've moved a lot. I'd say your standard movement has been used, but if you want to use your dash or your action to move back over there, you can do that. Or say something.
No, I mean I was perusing books.
Yeah.
But guys.
Yorlok looks at you and he continues reciting his prayer. Maybe even a hint of nervousness now.
So I'm getting worried because
You're getting worried.
the pulsing was speeding back up again. Would it gotten?
Yeah, that seems less than ideal.
Yeah. And so I'm in a nervousness. I'm starting to repeat the prayer at a little bit faster pace.
Maybe it was, instead of Hail Hecate, Keeper of the Gate, it's like, Hail Hecate, Keeper of the Gate.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get you to recite the prayer as well.
Okay, I'll start following along.
And Yorlok looks down to the floor in front of Hecate, like,
Okay.
and he recites the line and waits for you. Hail,
So,
Hail.
Okay, I'll
Hecate,
copy.
Keeper of the Gate.
Hail Hecate. It's like completely blanking. Yeah, okay. Like Catholic Church, when the priest is saying something and then you repeat it back.
Mm-hmm.
Like calling
That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, kind of, but with him leading the. So you go and when you kneel there and you start reciting it, it starts to calm down again.
Oh.
Okay.
So it was annoyed that there was somebody there that wasn't praying to her.
Yep.
Hecate demands fealty.
All right, I think that's a good turn for you, Bay. Jeff, you're in here with the wizard shelf.
Can I try again?
Artemis, did I skip you?
Artemis comes before me.
No.
All right, good. Jeff, you have this table, this desk in front of you. You try to lift it up. Your hand slipped. You open one drawer. You found some mundane things. Trying the other doors just quickly, you see him. They seem to be locked.
I will given that they seem to be locked, I will exit the room.
All right.
I'll be in the hallway there,
Yeah.
and I'll see the Eldrin is right there,
Mhm.
and I'll say,
Oh, hey.
might see if you can open some of the drawers in the desk. I know you have some skills,
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
and I'll step to the side
And let him pass through.
and let him pass through.
All right. Over to Belinda, though. Oh, Jeff. Yeah, Belinda.
So I wasn't able to get anything open, and
It's seemingly locked.
yeah. Yeah, I'll walk. So I'll go back out into the.
How far?
I want to go take a close look at the dog. This corner.
Sure.
Just anything on
It
the
says
pedestal that was on.
Hellhound.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
Something along the lines of Guardian of Hecate.
Yeah.
Revered pet.
Okay.
Very good boy.
Very good boy. But you good boy.
Anything on the wall here or anything else?
Nah, that's about it.
In this room. Okay. So I'll go over and talk. Artemis, I assume, is sort of looking through the door and just kind of talk to.
You see him leaning through. You come up,
what's
stand next
going
to
on
him.
in there?
He says that to you, Artemis.
What I've observed is they're praying, and when they pray, the energy pulse gets quieter.
Energy pulse.
Okay. That's enough. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not ready to walk in.
That
there.
was Belinda. Artemis.
Already got in trouble with this god once.
So Artemis isn't keen on the otherworldly voice, so he's gonna go over and see what's going on with the other room.
Okay, you go into the other room. You pass Eldrin. You might mention, hey, it's locked. You're about ready to go in there and try it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Sure.
All right, let's see. That's a sleight of hand, right?
Yeah.
That's an 11.
Yeah. So with you managed to pick the lock and get the drawer open, and it's full of quills and maybe small scalpels, a variety of mundane items.
How many scalpels?
There's one. What's your
Okay.
passive perception?
Passive perception is a 10.
Okay. That's what you know. You got the drawer open.
Right, I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
Artemis will take the one scalpel.
Okay. You've got a quill size. It's like a pencil with a small blade on it. It's a little bit flimsy, right? It's not intended for battle, but for very fine cutting.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Well.
That Artemis, I think that's a good turn.
Yep.
Eldrin,
Uh,
you follow him in there.
so I'll see that he gets the door open.
He gets one drawer open.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I'll go try to get the other one.
Sure.
That's an 18 plus.
Sure. You get another drawer open. You pick it open. This is mundane items. You see a
More
stack,
mundane, okay.
stacked folders, parchment. They're very old. You flip it, you don't really understand what they're talking about.
No
Nothing.
key or legend to runes. Demons.
Not.
Okay. Yeah. So then I'll turn around and try to get out.
What's your passive perception?
My passive insight's 12.
Insight. So these papers, they seem important, but boring at the same time. What's your passive perception?
10.
Okay. All right. So you did all that and you're gonna move back out?
I would say I'd look at the table and not investigate, but
The desk.
yeah, observe the desk, but perceive the desk.
Perceive that. You give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 7.
7. Yeah, it's full of papers. A lot of boring papers. Yorlok?
I'm still more or less.
You got him over here. It seems to be calm.
So I want to walk over towards the door.
Yeah, and as you walk over the door, nothing happens.
Okay.
It stays calm.
Okay, that's what I wanted to find
You
out.
paid your homage.
Yeah, good. Does that door open?
You try the handle, and it's locked. There's no seeming keyhole. There's no seeming. You check the frame of it. There's no seeming way to jimmy the frame.
But you do see the 5.
But you do see the upside down star,
Yep.
and the 5 indentations.
So there's something on there that says I'm interested in what's behind that door.
There's what is?
I'm interested.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, what can I use of these things to open up that door?
So why don't you give me a perception check, and first of all, what is your perception modifier?
Where do I find that?
You probably have proficiency in it.
Yes. +2.
+2. All right, I'm gonna add. So +2 is just your dexterity,
Yep.
or wisdom, intelligence. I'm gonna have you add another 2.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Go ahead. This roll +4.
Where's that?
8.
8 + 4 is 12.
So you see this, and what you know is that there's no way to pick this lock. The from your experience of gaining entry into a room,
Yeah.
it has to do with the indentations at the tips of the stars.
So it's some kind of a combination thereof if I'm touching properly if I
And you
do,
think
there's
to
a prayer.
review Leroy Jenkins' journal.
Hear Jeff's voice in your head.
Yeah. And the 5 medallions of conjuration will be needed before the revelation of the demon's lair.
Well, that's all I need to know. It's the demon's lair. Leave it alone.
Well, there's something about Kate, wasn't there?
There's a lot.
There's a lot about Hakate.
Demands
But, like,
fealty,
Man's fealty, which is what you just did.
Yep.
Hellhounds, we just did that.
only sated by the oil.
Oh, but nothing about, like, she'll help protect us in the demon's lair if we do
No.
something nice for her.
No,
if we,
Do not enter Hell's
Yeah.
Gate without
Without
Hakate's
Hekate.
protection.
there you go. Okay.
And prayers to
Which is the
Hekate
symbol.
are well received to those that bear her
So
symbol.
he actually could go in there. He's got the symbol.
You assume that's Hell's Gate.
That's true.
So we need medallions, and we need.
Well, it's the demon's
That's
lair,
what I'm getting at. Like, we need her
Demon's lair.
blessing.
which would assuming would be.
Is the demon's lair the same thing as Hell's Gate? That we don't know.
We've got 2 of us that have said the prayer to Hekate and gotten the blessing.
I think you've had a good turn.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to Bay.
Have we gotten the blessing? I mean, she's not killing us, but
There's
That's a
still
blessing.
there's still the second part of this. I'm guessing the second part, the one with the blanks, that is the prayer. That
How much do I want to say? The doctor told you to get this.
yes,
to get what?
That's all I'm saying.
The doctor told us to get.
to get this in order to make the bodies real, so that we could take them to the doctor, he could finish his.
That was the purpose of you getting this idol.
Yes.
Now, could it have other? It certainly helped you.
So that's probably the prayer de Kate that is well received to those that are some. That's probably what that's talking about.
Bay, what are you doing?
Presumably, we need 5 medallions
If we
Okay,
want
so
if we want to go in there, and we've only got 1 or 2, right?
he's gonna
one, I think.
he's gonna
You have
stand
2
up,
medallions. Yeah, you stand up.
respectfully back away,
Yeah.
and see if he gets smited.
It seems to stay calm.
Okay.
Didn't we get one?
This seems
grabbed?
good.
You have one.
Okay, let's go back to
The doctor.
the
has
bookshelf.
Yeah.
We'll start poking at this here.
A number of books.
Right. So the one I initially found was like Vinculum Infernum. I want to look and see if I can find any titles that, at least to me, would kind of help to fill in the gaps of that poem.
The what?
So the Hecate of Night and blank, Guardian of the Shadowed blank.
Oh. Well,
I
first,
want to see if I can find anything that might like follow that pattern.
so the first thing I'll tell you is you do not see any books labeled History of Sisters of Light and Darkness or Halathar's Workbook, right? Those are the 2 tomes of part of which you're questing for, right? You do not see those. But as far as I think it's fair to say
Too easy.
there are books on. Let's see if I had any of these already noted. There is certainly a book on reverence toward Hecate.
That seems promising.
Sure, I made that one up, but it's certainly there.
How to be a better follower of Hecate.
How to be a better follower in the 1500s.
And so you sit on the floor cross-legged and you start flipping through it. Is that what you do?
Yes, and it's definitely a skim. Like I'm looking for, and because to me it looks like kind of a standard prayerish thing. So I'm trying to see if there's a spot in there that lays it out. Specifically the first part. Like if I don't take a night hands, I'm moving on.
First of all, Bay, you don't have the idol in your hand. And you've only, in glancing, seen the idol. Yorlok has the idol.
Yeah. But we're Hecate at night, and like we've all been trying to figure out what that means,
Okay.
right?
So since then, he's shared this cryptic prayer poem, and you start to feel like you're on the right track, right? But this is a big book, and you need to flip through a lot of biblical proportions, right? I think that's your turn. If you're going to find it in there, you're going to be studying this book for a while.
All right. New, Old, and Book of Mormon.
Sure. I think that's your turn. Jeff. You see Eldrin and Artemis working on the desk, and they've managed to get some drawers open.
So I have passive perception of 11. It's
Ooh.
not great, but it's one more than the 2 of them.
Ooh, yeah. Your passive perception says they figured out how to get some of these doors that seemed to be locked before.
Okay.
I mean, you're way back here looking through them.
Well, like when I was there, like.
Your passive perception.
Yeah, of 11.
Yeah, with the door that you opened. All right. You get the sense that something's got to be in there. Something more than just mundane stuff has got to be in this. This desk, this wizard's desk, seems small but important.
It's probably got some like extra flourishes and flair, and it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, gilding,
Yeah.
right? The chair seems thronish.
So we rage smashes it.
Oh, that's I guess what I was working my way to is
What do you do?
what if I were to rage smash.
I'm not going to tell you. You tell me what you're going to do.
Okay. What can I do?
You tried to pick it up. You tried to be nice.
Right. I think what I would do.
Wave the scepter.
I have hand
wave the-
axes.
Scepter at it.
I do have the scepter as well. So I think I would use a weapon
Okay.
to attack it. So I would. Who's in front of me?
Eldrin.
I would tell Eldrin, step aside,
Okay.
You step back.
and I will use. Yeah, I'll use the scepter.
Yeah, you do. Do you rage?
I mean, I'm still raging.
You're still raging.
Yeah.
You're still raging.
Never, yeah, lowered it to a simmer, but yes, I'm still raging.
Do you want to describe how you attack this desk?
With rage, obviously, but targeted at the fronts of the drawers, basically wanting to break in.
Yeah. So he backs off, and the one you open is kind of half open. The one he has is a little bit 3/4 open. You want to like break those drawers off, or do you want to bash the top of the desk?
I guess describe the. Because I was imagining more of like a cabinet front.
So I'm picturing a nice wizard's desk. It has just like many desks do. They have a center drawer. They have drawers down the side. But these aren't thick drawers necessarily, but they're a series of 6 to 9 inch drawers. You've looked at one. The top one right side was open. They've picked 2 others. So the one underneath, the one you did, they picked open, and still it's just mundane papers. So those 2 drawers are slightly open. There's probably 4 drawers on each side plus one in the middle.
Okay. So my thought was to basically bash in the drawer fronts.
Yeah. So you want to, okay.
Yeah. So like, is there like a locking mechanism?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like right on the locking.
Yeah.
mechanism,
So
just like-
so the ones that aren't open yet, you want to bash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me an attack with advantage.
I need to figure out what my. Should I use? Yeah, +5.
First of all, what'd you get on your attack roll?
So 13 + 5, so 18.
Nice. All right. And your damage? I think it's automatic. When you do this, I don't know, Ken, do you know? I think it's automatic full damage when you're hitting something like this.
That would seem reasonable.
Give me what's your full damage with that mace?
So 3d6 plus.
Careful. Is that what that part of it is? Or is that the special ability?
I think.
Is it 3d6? It could be.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
so.
All right,
Yeah.
3d6. So 18 points of damage as you bash in the front.
Yeah.
And the front part of those drawers falls off. Roll me a luck check.
Does it fall on top of me? 16.
16. Sure. With that, doors slide open
You snap the scepter.
on
And
either
its
side.
evil influence
Whoa.
goes away for forever.
Wouldn't you guys like that? Who said anything about evil influence?
On this side, it is a panel that slides open, and there's a bookshelf from top to bottom.
And I'm guessing there's like a spotlight and it's shining on
On specifically what you're looking for.
the sisters of whatever. Right?
Most noticeably is hanging from a hook on the side of is another chain with a medallion that matches the ring in here.
I will grab it,
Mm-hmm.
put it on.
Okay.
Okay, so
Nice.
let's take a moment. How many medallions have we found?
Yes, let's do that.
So there was the one I pulled out of the thing,
The summoning
the summoning circle.
circle. That's one.
Okay.
You saw but do not have
The
the
doctors.
the doctors.
The doctor has one he's wearing.
Yes.
But I thought you said they had different symbols on it or something.
Well, they have different
They
symbols.
have the runes on it.
Oh, okay.
So the book specifically says 5 medallions of conjuration.
Right.
Does that mean they all look the same, or they maybe can be
That
different?
none of them. So you've seen doctors, summoning, now this one, and the necromancy. The necromancy is in your possession.
Yes, in my pocket.
None of them look the same.
So I have
Okay,
the
so-
necromancy in my
So
pocket.
we have 3 out of
I
the
have
4
another
we
one
know
around.
of.
We have 3. The doctor has 1. Okay. And
There's
there's
one
another
missing.
one still at large. Okay.
But I think we're done with Jeff. Belinda, you were right there when this happened, and you saw him bat.
No.
Oh, you're way over here. I'm sorry. I'm Eldrin. Belinda, what do you do? All of a sudden you feeling the glow of the moonlight over you with those dogs. They all seem to be staring right at you.
What did you said there's a thing in the ceiling?
Yeah, some sort of orb that gives off moonlight.
Okay. And maybe I've seen these guys are kind of poking around in there, but being very slow and cautious. And then behind me, I just heard
Thud.
thud,
Some
cracking of
breaking
furniture.
noises, and then yes.
I'm gonna go back to the desk room and see what.
I mean, you get to hear it, but it's kind of
Yeah.
crowded, and you're looking
Yeah.
over shoulders.
Jeff would be in there.
Jeff's
Oh yeah,
there,
Jeff, you're here, right? Yeah. So you step into here, and
Jeff has a new medallion around his neck.
Yeah. Can I see the door that opened up on the side?
you can see this one.
And that's where the bookshelf is.
Is it? Don't talk to me.
I don't remember. Which could
This
you read?
is the one that.
Because that one is
Yeah,
the bookshelf.
okay.
What was the other one?
Actually, if I had a wall, I'd put a wall there. Nah, I'll give you this. It's a door. But it is an obvious secret door. It's not a wooden door like this.
Yeah.
It's
So okay, I guess I could ask him, and who is that? Artemis might say,
yeah.
these doors just opened up. Can I dash into there?
Who you asking?
I wouldn't recommend you didn't run into anywhere, secret or otherwise.
All right.
And then,
Here's what I would propose. Jeff says,
Hey. Ladies first.
check the books. And then he will move.
Because this is literally
It's a
like
closet.
that.
Yeah.
There is only room for the bookshelf. It's a hidden bookshelf.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to step into it.
And Jeff will move past Artemis.
Technically, it's his turn.
Well, I'm making room.
Yeah. Okay.
Is what I'm doing.
You're making room.
Linda, go look at the other books.
So that Belinda or Artemis can.
Yeah. You step aside.
Yeah.
Fine. And he motions to you. investigate if you like.
Okay. So is it investigation or perception if I'm looking at the books?
Are you? If you're just looking, it's perception. If you're poking around, pulling books out,
Do they all have like titles on the
Yeah.
spines?
sure,
Okay, then
that'd be perception.
yeah.
What is your intent? What are you hoping?
Well, I'm hoping to find one of the books that we're
Yeah,
specifically looking
yeah.
for. So, but I could. I mean, yeah,
Perception.
I'll-
Roll a perception check.
All right.
There's a lot of words.
Yeah.
This is why Jeff was having you guys do this as well.
Are you happy with that roll?
No.
Would you like to burn 3 luck to re-roll
No.
that?
No.
Okay. All right. That was Belinda's turn. Artemis, what are you doing? Doors just open to your left and right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and you did see.
Well, I'll look. I know we're looking for the books, so I'll look at the books.
You look over his shoulder and roll me a perception check.
That's an 11.
There's a lot of books in there, and they look important.
Might I recommend using a weapon to look?
That's how you did.
You feel like from your position standing behind Belinda, maybe you want to look more closely.
I work for the barbarian, right?
Okay.
And as you take in this bookshelf, the book has got to be in here. You just need to take the time to look through the stupid books.
All right.
So you take you and Belinda.
Books are important.
You start.
I'll help him.
You help as you guys start.
I'll help mark off which ones we've looked at.
All right. I want you two to roll a luck check.
I'm using my freaking inspiration to roll it over again.
Pull it into the tray if you want.
16.
Okay.
How'd you do?
15.
15. All right. It's taking a while. You're reading through these. There's a lot of books here. Maybe they're not all labeled on spine. You have to pull them out and look. It's taking you, I rolled 15 minutes. It's going to take you 15 minutes to feel like you thoroughly searched this place. And then I will tell you what you find. All right? 15 minutes as you're taking. You two are both looking through these books. All right. That was Belinda, Artemis, Eldrin.
So I see them go down to the bookshelf.
Yep.
Nobody went to the other door, right?
Nobody's gone to the other door yet.
I'll go to that.
You don't really feel like there's any room for anyone else to
Right.
look at those books. You go to that other door.
And I'm inspecting for the secret door.
Yeah,
find
start
it.
an investigation check.
Yeah. You've been quarantined long enough, maybe? Nope, you haven't been. That would be investigation. That is. Oh, it's 7.
7. There's a door. You are confident there's a door there. It doesn't look like
What else is
it's
there?
stone on
Why
stone.
would there be just an empty one?
And so roll me a luck check.
That's a 12.
Yeah. So in about 10-ish minutes, you feel like you will thoroughly. If you don't find it in 10 minutes, you're going to find someone else to give it a try, right? Unless someone wants to push you out of the way. That was Eldrin Yorlock. You've looked at the door, indentations. You're remembering that you have these medallions. They seem about the right size. You don't remember the pictures, right?
What it looks like it looks like the medallions I've got.
You don't have a medallion. I don't. You have the holy symbol of Hecate.
Okay.
It is not a medallion. It is a holy symbol.
But that doesn't seem to match up with any of the patterns.
It doesn't.
Okay.
It does. This holy symbol doesn't seem to have anything to do specifically with this door.
So I'm still thinking this door's got something to it, but I don't really know how I can get into the door right
That's
now.
right.
And so,
Well, you know, it has something to do with those medallions.
and I know we've got 4 of the medallions.
Three
3 of them.
I think.
Yeah, the doctor's
You
got one.
one.
you have no. You know.
Yep.
You have 2,
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
You don't
And
know anything
you
about
know that you've seen a third.
Okay. So I'm thinking I better go. I don't know if there's much more to do in this room.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head out and start wandering with the others are at.
And you see Jeff's back.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to ask him anything?
I guess what's going on right now? What's going on? We've got a.
Oh
Okay.
yes, we found another medallion,
Okay.
and now Artemis and was Belinda?
Yeah.
Belinda are looking through the books to see if there's any that
Okay.
we need.
So I don't know if there's really much more I can do right here to help them. I don't think I can really help them look through the books for anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of hang out here and see what, and you know,
It's 9:00.
Yep.
15 minutes passes.
Yeah.
Bay, you found your poem in the book, right? So we now know what this is, and I'll give it to you.
Okay.
All right. You found what that is. You found another poem that I will give to you. Have I pasted that? I have not pasted that yet.
I would also say, and Jeff will probably say this in the room, like, we need to get back to the doctor. Resolving that will get us the doctor's medallion. And then we'll
Agreed.
have 4.
You
But the doctor
Eldrin.
wanted-
open a drawer
A body.
and find a passage that has doors on either side of it. If I have another door.
It just happens to
We
be
use
open.
the holy symbol to turn one of the usurpers physical, and then we take that physical
Yeah, I'll say,
body. to
hey
the
guys, I
doctor.
found something, and then I'd
The
go in
doctor
and try the
finishes
one to my
whatever
left.
he needs to do.
We'll do that next week. Okay.
Dies, hopefully, and then we get his medallion.
In the bookshelf, you do indeed find the History of Sisters of Light and Darkness and Halathar's workbook. And also you find something called it's here.
the exact location of the 5th medallion.
Chronica de Arcanum Edumacation.
Right.
Chronica de Arcanum Edumacation.
Excuse me.
It's a series of books by year detailing who studied at the school, when they studied, and what they studied, and the student's last known location.
It's a yearbook.
Basically.
Nice.
Okay.
All this and more next week on Dave's Imaginations. Yeah, so you know you have 3
3 medallions.
medallions. You know 5 medallions are needed for the...
We have 3. We know where
The
the
doctor
4th
has
is,
one.
and that leaves just the one.
There's one.
I would say in this library, there's all sorts of books here, right? And this is a wizardry school, so there's a lot of information in those books, but these people spent their life dedicating to understanding what this information was, right? All right. So, next week, you ever play, like, Doom? What are the other Doom-like games? Where they go to the alien outposts and they're going through the whole place. I think that's Doom, right?
Yeah.
I played Doom, and you would go through the level and you're going insane fighting whatever's in there. And finally, you clear the dungeon. You clear the level. And then you can go back through and find all this secret stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say you're there yet, but that's what this is reminding me of.
With the hourglass ticking down.
Oh, yeah. we're probably. Oh yeah, well with another
Probably got
15,
15 minutes,
another
Pat.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
We probably have about 15 minutes left in that.
Because you said it looked like it was going to take about an hour.
About an hour,
Yeah.
and we're getting there.
But the wolves, we said we'd be at by morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've been 2 hours, so next week we're going to be close to our 3rd hour in. All right, so that's the show for this week. Hopefully you'll come back next week. We every intention, unless there's a snowstorm. This is Central Illinois. It can happen. We intend to be here next week, and we'll have our show. And who knows how far we'll get in Ire of Mordroc, the Burning Wizard. My brain only works that fast. So till then, well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. As I fumble to figure out how to turn this thing off, I should create a macro here, just a button to turn everything off. Stop streaming. Bye bye.